everybody! How we doing? I hope you are all well. And it's the 1775 Whisky Passport coming live to you from the Mercat Grill here in sunny Whitecraig. I hope you're all well, you're all doing good and ready for a good, interesting evening ahead.
Absolutely.
That's it. We've got lots of store for you. We've got some good whiskey. We've got great fun, and of course,
good whiskey.
And of course, we've got Tatty Peel sending you to sleep, and I'll wake you up. So hopefully, and then of course we've got. You'll see a wee change with my compadre here. He got a little scalp, so he's now part of the Indian family there. So it made it disappear, just like he would make his whiskey disappear. But of course, tonight behind the camera we have Gregor the Great.
Hello there.
Nanu. Welcome to you, Gregor. And then, of course, we've got Neil the Tatty Peel Forbes. And everybody can give them a big round of applause when you're sitting in your living room out there. Thank you for that. So that's excellent. Hopefully you've all had a good week. How was your week there?
Fantastic week. Busy. I don't really care. I just feel I've achieved nothing though, but busy week. But hey ho, so we're getting through it.
You get the weeks like that where you don't think you're going round in circles, but you're still getting somewhere. That's good. Before we touch base on these whiskies, Neil, let's touch base on what we've got for the Director's Drams tonight, guys.
Oh, the Director's Drams. This number one, Graham, is it?
Number one.
It's a Strathyla 12-year-old. It's Chivas Brothers. It's the main ingredient for Chivas Regal whiskey. You remember it there? It's in Keith in the Highlands, just on the edge of what do you call it? Speyside. I'm this evening. Glendronach, traditionally peated. Oh, that's interesting. Number two, Glendronach again. We had that. I love the sherry. That's one of the original sherry. I think you say the Cascade or something like that the last time. And number three is Bunnahabhain. Tocheach Aga, which I think in English is double smoke or two smokes or something like that.
Oh, right.
So I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. So number one, Strathyla, number two, Glendronach, and number three, Bunnahabhain. That's the votes now. That's
it, folks. Let us know what you fancy. I'm just trying to make sure you can all see these on camera. It just seems to be.
So just as a wee piece of advice here, the Bunnahabhain is smoky. It is a smoky expression from Bunnahabhain. So that's two smoky this week. So and one unsmoked.
That's it. The joker, the smoker, in the midnight, whiskey drinker. But no, thanks for that there, Tatty Peel. Well, what's been happening in the world outside there? Who was on for the first time this week? Was Kenny dialing in this week?
Kenny.
What in?
Kenny Bitten, Baldy Kenny. We've been Baldy today. Kenny Bitten, Tom Clan's in the first week.
Tom phoned me today. He's not going to watch us, so this isn't Friday night when you're watching Tom, because he's going out with his good lady for something.
Will be tucked in his bed at this time of his age. So I see it was Louise Roberts that bought their whiskey for them today.
Is that right?
Characters winning by the ring.
Oh my goodness.
Well done, Louise. Get them involved.
That's it. And I tell you what, I've just seen Mr. Dewar's online here. So is Brian Johnston. Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Dewar was kind enough to pop in the other day there and drop off a little sample of the rum variety.
Appleton 21-year-old. I'm getting some of that.
Yeah, I thought I'd better add the sample with the rum in rather than anything else. Yeah. So remember, folks, keep your questions coming. Don't be shy to ping us a text or WhatsApp us, so we can answer the questions for you. So and also, if you can put some nice comments on the screen, maybe why you enjoy watching us every week, something positive, so we can pop that up and use it as a sort of little testimonial on our website for going forward. You know. There you go. Okay, and if you're picking up any background noise tonight, folks, we apologise. We are trying some new stuff. Obviously, eventually we want to go live where we do have an audience, but we've not quite got the right microphones yet. But like everything, Neil,
just on the hoof. We'll keep going, we'll get through it, and we'll manage it. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get it into place. So, of course, because we've got some special filming planned, haven't we?
Aye.
Do you want to tell them some of them about it?
Yeah, we're trying to do some promotional stuff for the membership. I think it's 8th, 9th of August. We'll be hitting Aviemore and then doing it at Pitlochry, doing some filming and drinking whiskey in different locations with Spud the Piper up in Aviemore. And those of you who are on Facebook will see Spud's a great prelude to this show tonight, 8 o'clock live from somewhere around Aviemore. World famous piper, fantastic piper. So Spud will be joining us as well, getting involved in some promotional stuff. So look forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be good. So we need the mics for that anyway. Yeah. That's what we were talking about. Now, any birthdays this week do we know about?
It's Leslie Culbert's today.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Right, anyway, don't keep me going. Aye, you like that. You like that. So Leslie, well, happy birthday, and we've got the first times. Now, who's watching, who's dialing in? Before I go and check this, remember you can ping me stuff. Do you want to give us a wee brief rundown on what's happening tonight, Neil?
That's a good idea. Tonight we've got the Teenanick, difficult to say. Teenanick is Highland from just north of Inverness, Alness. Then we've got Ben Riach. It's a Speyside. Ben Riach is just outside Elgin. It looks a very interesting colour. I really look at that one. And the last one we're going to finish with is a Talisker Amoroso Sherry.
How do we pronounce it? Amoroso? Is it not a football one?
No, I didn't say anything. It threw me last week. 5 attempts to get that right for the promotional video for tonight.
Yeah.
Amoroso Spanish Sherry.
Well done, well done. If you'd seen some of the bloopers from last week there, folks, there was certainly a few tongue twisters. Just as we were getting in the end of the video, some little faux pas were happening. But anyway, so congratulations to Neil to getting it right. I'd be worse than him, I hope it was. So can you just give us a rundown of some special events we've got in the pipeline?
Special events, I'm still waiting on Macri coming back to me. I just noticed this morning the actual open next week, so it might be just delayed for the trip to Isla on March 12th. Flights are still on hold at the moment, so we've got that doing. We're going to go for a massive tasting on the 4th of September. And obviously the launch of the 1775 Whisky Passport membership is the 1st of September. It should be launching next week to get some adverts out. And if you want to pre-register, you'll get to the 30th of September to be a founder member of the club. And there's special treats for founder members.
Ginger nuts, yay!
Even though it starts on the 1st of September, we'll give you a month to get in and get your £25 paid for membership to be a founder member of the club.
Absolutely, that's
November, we're still looking at doing the Whisky trade show.
Now we're going to be careful with what we're saying for Susan here. So it's going to be the Whisky and the beer festival and a bottle of gin. Keep the bottle of gin for Susie.
Susie, I need to come down for a gin.
They'll drink that themselves.
We'll do a separate gin tasting sometime, through 1775 as well. We'll promote it through ourselves, and we'll get her and Julia a wee gin somewhere along the line, A
little bit of Mother's Ruin. And we talked about the visit down south to
the Whisky Show. 4th of October. The three of us are going down to the Whisky Show at Smithfield Market. It's a Sunday. It's always a great day. If anyone wants to join us, feel free. We're getting the train down on the Saturday, and well, it depends when we come back. It might be the Monday, might be the Tuesday. We might tie in some meetings and different times. There's quite a lot happening for the end of the year. Again, hopefully the lockdown eases a wee bit, and if things are a bit easier to do. Get bigger numbers, so look forward to it. All good stuff.
That's perfect. And of course, Neil's touched base on about the big event that we're going for on the 4th of September. Please, folks, if you know anybody and your grandmother that likes a wee dram of whiskey, let's get them involved for that evening. All become apparent sooner rather than later.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Right, we're getting to that time of the special part of the evening that we're all here for, which is the whiskey thing. Now, you always know every week we'll have a different system. Well, this is going to be the new whiskey defence system. For all that you can remember the back to the movie Firefox with Clint Eastwood.
Yep.
Do you remember how he flew the plane? He had the special helmet on and he had to speak, but he had to speak Russian to it, and it controlled the microphone. So anyway, watch how I'm going to control these whiskies. Look at that. Well done.
Absolutely. Is it Sputnik? The Russian
Sputnik, guy. Sputnik.
Yeah. So the first one we're going to have today is, as I say, it's a Highland. It's from Alness, just north of Inverness. Teenanick. Or when you pronounce it in English, it's Teenanick, but it's not. The Scottish is Teenanick for these guys out with. It's owned by Diageo, and it dates away back to 1819. It really is an old distillery. It's one of the Diageo Flora and Fauna range. And those of you know, I really enjoy the Flora and Fauna range.
They're cracking.
This is one of the very light ones. You might be able to see the colour of it. Very, very straw pale. Those of you who have ordered it, you'll be able to look at it just now. Really straw pale. I'm quite looking forward to it. Excuse me, I've not had it for quite a while, since I worked in Glenkinchie, and that's a few years ago now. So let's have a wee taste of Teenanick.
Go for
nice light Highland Flora and Fauna.
I think I'm going to have to get Gregor's attention if you could just crack on for a little bit. Gregor.
In other words, his computer's back.
No. It's just there's no many comments coming through. Are you getting comments?
No comments coming through. I'm speaking to him today. That's it.
I'm in the hub. Mr. Thorne, come on. Somebody send me. What about Crazy Mike over in... see, I've not been getting them, guys. That's
anyway,
why
I'll just leave the techie guys to go on. We'll talk about the real stuff, the Whisky stuff. No interest in techie stuff. So again, you have a look at your Whisky. It's very, very light golden colour, really straw colour. And right away that's going to tell us it's on the light side. We don't know if it's delicate, it's bourbon matured. The colour, there's not double maturation. The sherry, Amoroso sherry, remember that?
Amoroso. No, it was Amoroso.
Amoroso, then they get me confused. So there's no sherry in this, you can see it's very, very clear. Absolutely lovely, light golden, crystal clear colour. So we've got a wee sugar in the glass.
And what we're going to look for?
We're looking for the legs.
The leggy piggies!
The legs are very, very quick coming down there. I'm having to look because there's a light on and opposite me here and it's reflecting bad in me.
Alright. Well, Tricky Nicky will hide it.
Hide it like that. That's it. That's it. I can see. You'll see the legs are very, very quick. So again, that's going to tell us it's right over on the light side, potentially down to the delicate side, but we don't know if there's smoke. So we'll have a quick nose at it. And you see right away there's no smoke. So Graham, the rich man, poor man.
He is a rich man and a poor man.
He's a poor man. And it's over the right hand side here. As I say, just the colour tells you that right away. The legs indicate it's going down, but if it's smoky it just stays to the left of the light and it'll go up there. But it's a way down here. This is really delicate, really light. So, you know, like say lighter, more delicate than the Glenkinchie. Dalwhinnie, Glenmossy, we tried the flora and fauna from this. This is one of the lightest of the flora and fauna range you'll get from there. So let's have a wee nose of it and see what aromas we get before we have a taste.
Hello everybody, we've now got everything. Joel Myers, Jamie Thorne. Let me just
somebody's speaking to
I know, I was actually thinking nobody was there. I seen Brother Pringle, Davey Pringle's out there, Pork Chop. I've also got to say thank you to Pork Chop for being the special delivery man this week. Stephen Johnston, Joe Myers, Graham Nichol, Neil McIver, Robert Young, good to see you. Susan Innes, drinking the gin or finished the first bottle of gin already tonight. Gordon Brown, he's saying hello quite a few times. Anyway, at least we said hi.
He's not in the sauce already, is he, Gordon?
Oh, he's wearing that mankini that he's running about.
Alright, aye. So, back to where we were. We're having a wee nose at it. We've established it's in the bottom left hand corner, really light, really delicate. And the first nose you've got to go for is very fruity, very citrusy. Grassy, tea, straw, floral, flowery. In fact, it's a light citrus, but it's actually more like a grapefruit. Coming through there, Graham.
I can see that.
Really spicy. Oh, that's quite interesting.
Yeah, I do like the flora and fauna range. I've got to say, everyone.
It's almost like a wee bit star of anise, not anise seed, but you know, it's like a spice. I know what you're on about. I know what I mean. It's in some Chinese food and that. 5 spices, it's in that, I'm sure. So a wee bit of that. It's actually really fresh, really light.
Yep.
Let's have a wee try of it.
Have a little.
Have you had a wee sip? Have you?
No, not yet. I'm just a bit concerned who wasn't on and who was on.
I see it because need to speak to him.
I was going to tell Jamie Thorne that there's £100 waiting for you if you phone me right now. Right now, £100 waiting for you, right?
I'll phone you right now for £100.
Well, he's not watching tonight, he's watching tomorrow night. So it's a bit late tomorrow night, but if you phone now, there's £100 for you.
That reminds me of a story. When I do some of my master classes, mostly with Americans, they always talk about the Scots being mean and miserable with their money and the frugal. And that's just the absolute classic of that, the epitome of a Scotsman, Graham. You can't find you're putting the bet out there, let's not get that. I used to do that with Glenkinchie, with the green bananas. So I would offer to buy anybody if you'd be specific with the fruit in Glenkinchie when they're nosing it. And I would buy them a bottle. Needless to say, I never got a bottle. I've never nosed the green bananas and thousands of Glenkinchies. So I defy anybody to be able to do that. So we've got to have a wee taste of it. That's it. We're really distracted tonight. Got a wee taste. Oh, that's nice. Really soft.
Yeah.
Really citrusy. Cereal, it's almost like a breakfast cereal. That should be a very good breakfast whisky like the Glenkinchie.
Yeah.
Pour it on your cornflakes, I think would be actually quite good.
That's it.
So the citrus, barley, sugars, sort of coming through. It's like the anise as well. It's really coming through.
It's pleasant. We've not put the water in yet, have we? No, we've not got to that part.
No, I'm having another one because I'm getting that sort of nice anise, aniseed sweetness coming through. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, really, really nice.
I'm looking forward to a little bit of the water in that.
Very a bit.
Aye, thank you, Mr. Generous. See,
I'm going to look after him.
Aye.
We one or two speak to him on the text, so it stops
it.
distracting me the same way.
Oh.
So we've got our water in.
Yeah.
Back to the nose. Oh, that softens it completely. There's little or no nose in that now. You get a bit of floral, a wee bit citrus. It's almost like clove now. I would say the spice, like the clove. But that's about it. It really just softens it perfectly. This is going to be great.
I've had a couple of missed phone calls, eh?
Jamie?
Jamie and Robert, but I never said I was going to answer, eh?
I wondered what you were looking at. I was feeling that sort of staring at me to speak there.
That's right. Well, if I didn't answer, it doesn't count.
Barley sugar, a wee bit the aniseed coming through the water. It's actually, without the water, it went a wee bit to the cloves, but the aniseed's back, citrusy, grapefruit there, really, really grapefruit. It draws your cheeks together, but it's actually pleasant.
It's a pleasant.
As it sits in I would say it's a medium finish. As it sits in the finish on the tongue, it gets sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. Yeah, that's actually, in fact, I can't remember tasting it. I have tasted it before. I've done all the flora and faunas.
Which, just a question, see all the flora and fauna range, what's your favourite out of them all?
Oh, Dalyuen.
Dalyuen.
Without a shadow of doubt, Dalyuen. And I've said it's a bit more expensive, but we'll bring it in one day. It's
what's the other ones we've done? We've done the
Glenlossie.
Glenlossie, that was nice.
That was nice.
The one with
Ben Rinnis.
That was lovely as well.
I think we've done, this will be the fourth.
Yeah, it was another one.
I can't remember, I would need to check the records. For that, but yeah, the flora and fauna, it's lovely, and it basically is. It's the birds and the bees, the plant life, the wildlife in Scotland, and that's what it represents. And it basically was brought up with Diageo because most of them are not open to the public.
That's right. Yeah.
And they're really, really big fillers, real big ingredients for your Johnny Walker, your Bells, all that sort of stuff. And Blair Atholl's actually classed as a flora and fauna. It's a big distillery and visitor centre. So yeah, it's a lovely range, really nice range. And I say to people, and I think I say that every time it's here, it's rare enough. You can't just buy it in the high street. You don't get it in a supermarket. Some whisky shops will have it, but really you have to go to a Diageo distillery to buy it. It's a drinker's rarity as opposed to a collector's rarity. But really, really fantastic. That's excellent. I really enjoyed that one.
Well, that was very good.
Nick. Yeah, absolutely. I think it was one last this week.
Pork Chop is saying that Jamie's celebrating his baby's first birthday. What an excuse.
Right. I shouldn't be drinking at all then.
You should be respectful, you should be paying attention, singing.
Tick the cough tonight again.
Yeah, right.
I should have some water. Right,
so what do we need to do?
I don't know. I get
See, look at that.
How do you do that?
You have a shot.
No, sounds like I'm constipated there, man.
Do it again. Right. There you go. Hercules. Now, did we go back to the first one? Did we not do the...
Oh, definitely. I think I commented plenty of times. You missed it out.
So you gave that the seal of approval?
Oh, absolutely. It was really, really good.
I thought it was more round of applause for me, but... I
thoroughly enjoyed it. Benriach, 1898, a bit later in the year. The colour in this is a really, really strange colour.
No fake tan?
No fake, well, it could be. I'm just sort of... It is a Oloroso sherry, yeah. So, no, that colour, it shouldn't have any fake tan, but, you think it's just sherry finished as opposed to sherry matured. Because keep saying the darker it is, the longer it's mature in the sherry. Because the soft and the darker oak actually imparts all that colour in flavour. And yeah, take the fake tan aside, and some admit, some don't admit, but it's really not. When we say 75% of the colour, flavour and character comes from the maturation, all the colour comes from that. Because bear in mind, those of you who have been to distilleries, you put the new make spirit out the spirit safe beside a bottle of water. You can't tell the difference until you smell it. You notice it.
Or you drink it.
Or you drink it.
You fall over.
So Benriach is just outside Elgin. It's classed as an Elgin. It's,
is that right? I
yeah,
didn't realise it was
Glen Murray is in Elgin, just at the edge. Then Benriach's on the way down to Dufftown. Remember, on the left-hand side, just a couple of miles out of Elgin. I've not been in the distillery, but passed it a few times. Absolutely nice. It's owned by Brown Forman.
Oh, it's same as our Glendronach.
Yes. They're actually an American company, if I remember correctly. No,
Bacardi Brown Forman.
Is it Bacardi? I thought the American, the Kentucky company.
Or maybe they're. It just shows you how they're all linked in. Aye.
All tied in. So Benriach, 10-year-old. There are number 2. I didn't see the numbers. I'm trying to do it for the back. So John Nick sets them up for me. I'm sure he does it deliberately to win me.
That was Chicky Nicky that set it up today. Thanks for their TP.
There you go,
right, have you got anybody voting 1, 2, or 3 for the director's drams, please? I feel that you can't really see the bottles tonight. You need to get a wee 6
Trafalgar 12, Highland from Keith, number 1.
Number 2.
Glendronach, it's a Peaty, Glendronach Peaty, which is also Highland.
Number 3.
And the Bunnahabhain from Isla, and it is a peaty Bunnahabhain expression. Bunnahabhain is known for its non-peaty.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's why I always talk about the whisky flavour map as opposed to the regions.
Yeah.
Because Brewick Laddie has the classic Laddie, fruity, unpeated, but generally Optimore, etc. Port Charlotte. Bunnahabhain is opposite. It does generally non-peaty expressions, but this one is peaty. So it kind of throws you a wee bit, and that's why we always do the nose and the look in, to get you on the flavour map.
And try something different.
Try something different, that's a good one. So the Benriach, we've got to have a wee look at the colour. It's actually paler in the glass, you know, you would almost think that's a coloured bottle. But there's a fair bit of colour in it. It's a bit darker, not a lot darker, so I would say, it's more a sherry finish as opposed to sherry matured, and it's Oloroso, which is really nice. I quite like that, the Oloroso sherry. I told you about the night in Fengarola. I was on the Oloroso sherry. No, we'll not go into that.
All right, not Amoruso.
No Amoruso, no. That's Amoroso, Oloroso, and Amontillado is the 3 general ones. So, yeah, we've got to have a look at the legs. The legs are actually very quick as well.
Fast legs. Fast legs.
Yeah, absolutely quick. So again, we've got to go not quite as light because you can see the colour is quite darker. We've got the Rich and Poor Man's.
What is it? A Rich and Man? I can't remember the song. Anyway.
So again, with the colour, you're not going to be sitting over the light. It's darker than you guys. We've got the Tina Nick as well. So that was right over here and down. So we've got to come further over a wee bit. That's not any with the sherry. It's not even taken to the halfway line on the colour. So take it to your nose, and you find there's absolutely no smoke whatsoever. So you're probably sitting somewhere about the halfway, up and down, over here as well. And just have a quick nose of that, by the way, and it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic nose. So take it back to your nose and have a wee look at this. Nutty, hazelnuts.
Nuts, oh hazelnuts. Almonds forever.
You're not going to believe this, Graham.
You're going to wind me up.
No.
Apples. He's going to say red apples.
No, green apples.
Green apples! Happy days are here again. A green apple once again. Do-do-do-do-do-do. The green apple's just for you. There we go. It's been ages since I've seen green apples.
Can you get the green apples? Can you get the green apples?
Aye. Green apples.
A wee hint of ginger coming through there.
Ginger, nuts.
Spicy ginger. It's a bit cinnamon. I want to say cinnamon, but I'm not 100%. Hopefully, if somebody can get cinnamon there, because I'm sure there's a wee hint of something coming through that. It's a real nice nose in it, though.
It's really softened up since it's went in the glass a bit.
The spices, the nut. It reminds me of the Balvenie Double Wood. It gets that sort of bit of everything on that nose. I would move it a wee bit further across, to be honest with you. It's coming more to the centre here, if you can see that. So coming over to that. Well, let's have a wee taste of this, I think. The nose is wonderful. Absolutely. Was it last week we had Inchmurren, the second one? The nose was just absolutely phenomenal. This is up there as well with it, on the nose. Let's have a try.
Everybody's liking the green apple comment. Green apples. I'm waiting for Gordon Brown to comment.
Well, the first thing it hits you is the nuts, the hazelnuts. It's really
nuts, or hazelnuts.
Then it's the apples, the sourness of that, like a Granny Smith apple. Yeah, it's dry, fruity. It's almost dry fruit coming through. Sultanas coming through there. Orange peel, a bit.
Tatty peel.
Seville oranges.
Yeah.
Marmalade, you know that marmalade you get?
Nice.
Not like that. Yeah, but it's, the nuttiness has hit me. It's hazelnuts.
I'm enjoying that.
Marzipan, it's nice.
I'm enjoying that more than when I first took the nose, you know, at the beginning compared to what I anticipated. That's brilliant.
Well, I like the nose of it, but it
was maybe just too strong.
The nutty and spicy hit me first, but again, it softens down, smoothens down.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's pleasant.
You know, it's non-smoky, but it reminds me of your the Ardbegs we had the other day. The other day when it was really intense in the smoke, then the sweetness
bounced through.
This reminds me of that as well. It's the nuttiness and the spices hit you. It's not quite chilly, but cloves is there, and I've got cloves now.
Yeah.
But you know, the longer it sits, the sweeter it becomes. Actually, very pleasant.
That's I've been wanting to try this for a while. It's not disappointing for a 10-year-old.
It's soft,
Graham Nichols getting cinnamon for sure.
Yeah. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't 100% sure. You get the apples. Whereas without the water, it was like Granny Smith's that real sour plumes. There's a good
sour plumes.
We got sour plume. I think of that. That's sour plume sweet. Is that aye? I could actually. I can feel that in particular, but it's a bit sweeter now.
Yeah.
So the Granny Smith's away, just that touch of water sweetens it just into a standard green apple.
Green apples.
You know, and
yes.
The fruitiness, it was dry fruit like grapes, but I'll tell you what it's like as well. It's like a tin of pears again. I had one about 3 weeks ago. It reminded me of tin pears, and that's just the sweetness of the juice in the pears and the tin. It's not like a fresh pear.
Yeah.
It's like tin pears. You get that sort of. Like the juice.
I like a pear.
Yeah, I like a pear. Pair of legs. I thought like more legs coming together. Just a pair of legs. Right, we're going to have a taste of this with some water.
Aguas, Senegas. Dr. Blackwood's checked in from Iowa or Idaho, whatever. In the States.
Ohio.
It could be, it might be Idaho. It could be. I was crossing both together there.
Andy Chung sings that song about the Jordan Monroe for Kirkcaldy going to Idaho.
Is that right?
I need to put that on.
I've not seen Andy Chung for ages. I'm going to say Jimmy Chung. Is that Jimmy Chungas?
Right, here we had a taste there. Green apples, it sweetens it absolutely. Pear, just absolutely lovely. Yeah, you get that sort of sultanas, grapes, dry grapes, ordinary grapes. You know, just sometimes when a grape is drier rather than the right sweet ones. You know, you don't get that bit. You get a dry grape and it sometimes draws your cheeks together. But sweet, wonderful for a 10-year-old whisky.
Yeah,
there's a lot going in that one. That is really really nice. Anybody else agree with that one?
Who else is liking that there?
Certainly, the seal of approval.
That's a bit more like the hound of approval as well, but anyway, you all get the gist.
Like the hound of the Baskervilles.
I hope you're all sitting in the house trying this with me. Especially, I know Blackwood over in America will be doing it, so anyway, there you go.
Interesting fact today.
Let's go for the fact of the day.
Some stats yesterday, I think it was on Wednesday, and I was sure to be interested in the volume of Scotch whisky. And it's somewhere in the region of £4.94 billion to the economy.
Is that duty or 2 point odds?
Well, I don't know if it's included, but it's worth £5 billion. I would say that's the volume because it accounts for now 20% of the whole of the UK food and drinks industry export. And it's something like 41 or 42 bottles a second per second.
Oh, it's fast. It's incredible.
It's phenomenal. When you think about 40 bottles plus every single second of every single day. So in Graham's life, there's about 15 trillion being sold at 64 years old.
Oh, you'd take your socks and shoes off for 10 years to try and count with Neil's age. But majority, as we know, majority of them are actually blends. That's what the scary thing for me is.
90% of all exported whiskey is blended whiskey. I'm thinking that if you get that thing, you get your leg cut off, you get your hair cut off. I'm still thinking my hair's that thick at the back. It still feels that thick,
Are you sure that's not you?
I can't get used to being so short. I'm thinking, and then there's the hair there. Anyway, where were we?
That was it.
Number three.
Number three. So that was a good fact there. Anybody else got any facts? Pump that into us there. The dogs have joined in the group. Graham and Nicole. Ow, ow, ow. That's because obviously the doggies are going. Neil, what have you done? You've broken it.
Why do you do this to me every bloody week? Every single week it's the same, isn't it?
You want
some of that? Try that. You're allowed to take that in your whiskey as long as it's no Coca-Cola. Anything but Coca-Cola.
You try it now, Neil. You try it now. Go for it.
What do I do?
Go do the sixth sense.
Oh, the sixth sense. Ooh!
There you go. He's got the sixth sense. It's blasting out there. There you go. Well done, Tatty Peel.
This gets worse every week. I don't know where this is going to end up. But hey ho. Number 3 this week, Talisker. Fantastic whiskey. I haven't tried this one before. It's the Amoroso. I just got that wrong. Amoroso sherry cask. Talisker's again Isle Sky. It's Diageo. Something about 1836 or something like that. I think the distillery goes back to. Been through a few hands. One of my favourite peaty single malt is Talisker Dark Storm.
Yes.
We had the Storm a couple of weeks ago. And when I saw this one, the Amoroso, it gets a really good write-up. So it's a 2007. It's bottled in, so it's a 10-year-old. Which is the same as the Isle of Skye, Talisker.
Yeah. Oh, Talisker 10-year-old.
Yeah, interesting. I do like them when they've got sherry in them, the Taliskers.
So. Here's Dare, checked in from the States as well, buddy boy, one of my old rugby colleagues. Oh, we're getting on it tonight. Obviously, it's him that's not paying for it, lovely jubbly.
We have some price for this.
I know.
Everyone's free, is it?
Hey, if you come here,
it's all free.
If you come here from America, you get free beer, and if you come from up the road, you get spoilt as well.
You get a glass of water. So we've got to have a look at our Talisker Amoroso. Look at the colour of that. Absolutely wonderful, dark. Right away tells you. And again, you don't have to think about Talisker. Every Talisker expression is peaty. They don't do a non-peaty expression. Right. I know of anyway. But you've still got to go through the rigmarole of checking it because you'll not be able to plot it without that first one. So on the colour, you know it's going to be way over to the right side, over to my side.
Over to Tatty Peel's side, can you see?
Coming right over. It's pretty dark. So you're coming, I would say 3/4 of the way over, 2/3 of the way because there's 3 squares there coming over. But we don't know if it's smoky or it's obviously not delicate. So we've got to have a quick look at the legs. And the legs. Lovely and slow. Look at that.
He likes the slow legs, so he doesn't have to run that fast after them.
I've never chased anybody. So my days in the police, I can't very stay, son. I'll come here.
That's it, I'll be banging
next day. I'm not chasing after you. So you can see the legs there. They're fairly quick, actually, Graham. But they're pretty thick. They're slow running. It's quite an unusual way, this one. To plot that is going to be quite difficult. Until you take your nose and you get the smoke. So you're going up there onto the ridge. So we're coming over to about 3/4. And I would say we're sitting 3/4 here as well. We're going right up there. It's not fully peat because on the nose you can tell that right away. But it's really rich, really dark coloured. And looks fantastic. And the original nose
does. It looks good. Great. Absolutely.
So we're going to take this back to the nose.
Oh, yes.
You get the sea salt, brine. It's like Christmas cake. You get the Christmas cake coming through there. And again, it's like that. The marmalade, thick cut marmalade. It's citrus.
Chunky stuff.
Aye, the real thick cut sort of thing. You get that nice strong smell from it coming through there. A wee bit lemon coming through there, like lemon sort of sherbet. Actually, it's really pleasant.
Aye.
herbal. Is that herbs?
Mm-hmm.
You walk through a herb garden and
what type of herbs are you talking about? When I ask them to say, the Amsterdam herbs.
It's actually really, really pleasant to the nose. It's soft on the nose. It's softer than expected.
Yeah.
I expected it to be Talisker. You get that wee. It doesn't.
Punch.
I don't know what it is. PPMs. I wouldn't say it's much. It'll maybe 15, 20. I would think much more than that.
Well, no.
PPMs.
Have a wee slurp of it.
No.
Somebody keep us right there.
Somebody can tell me that one, but I would say on the nose it doesn't really feel an awful lot from there. So we've got a wee taste it. Looking forward to it though. Certainly, I do like the Taliskers. Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Liking that.
On the nose, the peat's not much there. Mm-hmm. But on the taste,
aye.
It's long finish. It's smoky. Long finish.
Yeah.
The citrus, the dried fruit, Christmas cake.
Oh, aye. You got it all there.
Marmalades coming through. Again, it's classic of them of late. The ones we've been choosing with the sherry matured has got that nice sort of sweetening just as it goes through. Mm-hmm. But I was wrong with the PPM. I would say on the nose, I was expecting something about 15, 20. I would say that's 25, 30 ppm.
I was thinking it was about the 30ish myself, 35.
It's relatively peaty, but it's actually very, very nice.
Yep, I'm looking forward to getting a bit of water in it.
It's not a million miles away from the Dark Storm.
No.
If anything, I would say it's maybe peatier than the Dark Storm.
Thank you, Mr. Generous.
Those of you who've got the Talisker with us, because of the colour, this is the perfect colour. If you have a look when you drop your water in, I always talk about the oils separating. You see the oil separating, that's just opening
you can see it from this angle.
And you can see
great,
it, it's just opening the flavours. That's where you get the difference coming from. Just a couple of drops of water just changes it completely. So, go back to the nose with it. I mean, you can hardly get the peat to smoke out that.
No, you don't.
There's nothing on the nose. It's really, really gentle on the nose. And if I was going to be critical of it, I would say it's disappointing in the nose. Because as you like a lot of the aromas,
what you expect from a Talisker. And
a wee bit of coffee coming through there. Espresso coffee. No flat white, Graham, no.
Nice. I beat you to the punch. Couldn't resist it.
I've not had the nose yet. I tasted it. You tasted it?
No. Everybody's my witness. Did you see me tasting it? Look, yeah.
We're still talking in the nose. You sure?
I'm holding off.
Yeah, it's actually really soft in the nose though. I mean, you'd hardly think there's peat in that in the first nose with a touch of water. It really is. It's incredible. But as I say, without the water on the palate, real intense, smoky, peaty. Still smoky. It's not as dry, but the dried fruits coming through, Christmas cake, coffee, espresso coffee is certainly coming through there, and a real thick cup marmalade is really just.
That's lovely.
There's still a citrusy lemon coming through there. For me, just
it's still tingling away. Aye, you definitely.
It's not. There's a sweetness, but it's a citrus sweetness. You know, I wouldn't say grapefruit in that one, but certainly lemon.
I'm enjoying that. Aye, there's certainly the tang.
It's really nice. Compared to the nose is disappointing. That's a strange one. That, and I hope somebody else agrees with me. Go and text Graham or send
tell us what
the chat, because I just find nose was pretty flat, pretty general nose. There are wee bits and pieces coming from it, but nothing strong. No. But the flavours, the palate is just it's blown away. It's really, really nice. In fact, I'm going to have another wee taste of that.
I've enjoyed that. Maybe water.
We might as well drink as much as we can, because Kenny the Hoover will be one at the end.
There's my brother Pringles saying he likes the water, takes the peatiness away. He's enjoying that as well.
But on the palate, again, just to finish, it's really, it's like that burnt wood. It's not even a cigar smoke, it's lighter than a cigar smoke. You get that burnt wood flavour, but it just sweetens out the dried fruit, the grapes, and I'm getting zesty sort of lemon, lemon souffle. How do you like that? Souffle, pudding.
Lemon pudding.
Lemon pudding from
McMary. That's a technical word for it.
You don't have desserts in McMary, you have puddings. But certainly gets the seal of approval, Bill.
How was that one for a seal of approval? So that was pretty good. That was excellent. How did
who selects all these whiskies?
I don't know, some genius.
Must be an absolute genius because they're fantastic. It's every week. Oh. He can't even spell bloody whiskey. No, again, yeah, they're really good. And that's what we're trying to do. You know, we're trying to bring different variations, different expressions in. But we know the brands. No, we all know the brands. All three. Well, 2 Diageos there tonight again. Diageo need to start paying us some money for their advertising. I think they'll be into thousands for them.
We've said it all along. I mean, we were speaking when I was at Susan's house dropping the whiskey off, and they were saying how good they enjoy just the different whiskies that you would just never go into a bar and pick up and have a shot. But at least you're getting this opportunity. And if you do like them, you know you can come to the Market Grill and you can get a great value nip of whiskey with some nice food. And maybe if it's a Friday night and you're well behaved, join us.
Even let you sit in.
Absolutely.
Face to face.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's it. Now, how are we getting on, Gregor? Nanu, 1, 2 or 3? Anything for you? Have you not got any comments? I've got a bunch of them here. I've got 3, 2, 3. Oh, that's right.
We'll do my report on the
do that whilst we're waiting on you guys. Come on, right. So tell us what you're thinking.
I'm going to go 2, 3, 1. Ben Riach. 2,
3, 1.
Yeah. Ben Riach, Talisker, Tina Nick.
I might have done 3, 2, 1. That's what I might have
3,
done.
2, 1. 2,
Maybe.
1.
You know, I think that between the 2 and the 3, they're very tight anyway.
Aye.
But as we've said again, that's what makes the difference.
They were stick outs. The Tina Nick was lovely, but it's that light, delicate sort of complexity of it, and I just feel it's no quite for me. It's just too low down there, but I enjoyed it. I would never say no, and if I saw it in a bar, which we don't very often get Florin Fauners in bars, except
at the Mercury Grill in White Creek, centre of the universe.
And they're cheap. Oh, great
value.
Great value. Oh, geez, great value.
Best value. And you get great banter, great service. As long as I'm not around anyway.
So, if I've no votes in then, Graham, I'm going to select the director's ram this week.
Well, Graham Nichols said 3, 2, 1. This is... First of all, Brian Johnston says that he enjoyed the Talisker. He can't believe that he's enjoying a smoky whiskey. Perfect, ticks the box there.
At your age, Brian, you've never had a good, enjoyable smoky whiskey. Come on.
And the pork chop saying that we're out of focus, not through drink, but obviously that's fixed. I think there was a dip. And we've got rhubarb crumble coming on the menu here at the Market Grill tomorrow. Compliments of my neighbour preparing the crumble, the rhubarb even. Susan Innes, 2, 3, 1. Robert Young, 3, 2, 1. Brian Johnston, 3, 1, 2. David Pringle, no. So what one are we going for? Your one. Or did we get the count?
There's no count.
Gregor's.
That's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1 for this one, Graham.
That's it. Yeah.
So I'm not getting to choose.
Why not? Let's let him try.
Aye. Glendronach.
Good lad.
Glendronach is peaty, which is quite unusual for Glendronach. It's I didn't even have to think about it, but it's 1826. It's a Highland. I can't remember where it is now though. We had the debate over it last time. The distillery is based Aberdeenshire, Huntly in Aberdeenshire. I should remember that.
This is
quite unusual. Glendronach is we had the Cascade, I think it was.
Yes.
3 weeks ago, and it was really sherry matured. It was lovely. They're one of the first distilleries to really play with the sherry cask. They're actually is it sherry bomb they call them? They do the sherry bombs, three expressions of the sherry. This is obviously a sherry as well, but peated as well, which is very unusual for Glendronach. And I've never.
David Pringle will be happy about this one.
Okay. I didn't know they'd done any peat expressions.
Well, I think this was a bit of a funny, a special one. That's why I got it.
Right.
Because you know how much I like Glendronach as well.
$15.95 a dram here, so let's pour a big one for myself.
But you get a double for that. I bought a Glendronach 18-year-old the other day there, which is actually 26-year-old whiskey that's in it. Because it was shut down, and then
that's the one we were talking about a few weeks ago. We've done a live tasting in here with the beef stroganoff.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and at the Glendronach 18-year-old, it's as black as a cup of black tea, and it was fantastic. It goes with red meat. A Glendronach 18 with a steak. No, forget your red wine. Try a Glendronach 18 with a steak. Some beef of some description, red meat. It was a really stunning.
It was somebody. It was Gordon was telling me that if it was bottled before a certain date, it's actually the older whiskey that's in it, so you're getting good bang for your buck.
So is that bottled on a Monday and not Tuesday?
Yeah. No, it was a much older whiskey. It's like some of these companies, you get a whiskey for so long and it's been beautiful. It was because they were running out of whiskey to put in, so they actually put a better quality. And then when they catch up, you're like, oh, wait a minute, that's not as good as what it was. So there you go.
We'll tell the story about why they do that, but we need to make sure one or two the people from the distilleries are knowing, because maybe give too many secrets away. But hey,
secrets.
So we're going to have a look at the Glendronach. It doesn't actually have a name, it's just Glendronach, traditionally peated.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting. It's an unusual expression I've never seen before, never heard it before. But look at the colour of it. Lovely dark. It's as dark as what the Talisker was, so I'm quite comfortable with that. I like that sort of colour, and that's why I chose it. You can't see the Bunnahabhain, so I wasn't very sure. I had a wee nose at them, to be fair, before. And if there was not enough votes, because I get the casting vote, remember, if it's 10-10, 20-20, 100-100, I get the casting vote. So, well, you get the casting vote. Okay, right. Okay. Let me think I get the casting vote.
I've got to say, this is a cracker as well, Neil. I've got to say to that. We'll let you try that afterwards. I don't want to hold this all up. People have got bed to get to.
Okay, so far. Right, there we go. Yeah. Look at the colour, sherry matured, yeah, absolutely. Give it a wee sugar in the glass. I saw the heavy lines there. An oil light on the top there, really heavy. Slow legs coming down. Yeah, this looks like my cup of tea, actually.
Yeah.
I must admit this.
I didn't want to get your house for a cup of tea. I'm saying that, maybe I do.
So again, we know because we've looked at the bottle it's peaty, but again, standard-wise, you've got to then have your quick nose. It's not a heavy peat. Oh, God, some wonderful nose coming off that. So we get a rich and poor, man.
Yeah.
So it's coming over to the rich. But there's not, when they say traditionally peated, there's not like peat in it. I would say it's lucky it's sitting over here. It's just a wee touch of peat. That's certainly, well, I said that with the Talisker on the nose, there was only about 15 to 20 ppm on the palate, it blew us away. But no, on the nose right away, I just get that caramel, that toffee, Bourneville dark chocolate.
Oh, it's certainly.
Yeah, and your fruits are just coming through there. Plums. Oh, wow, that's a fantastic nose.
Kenny's there licking his lips in the background. You see him all excited.
What's that? No Christmas cake. No
fruit pudding. No,
the cake with the raisins in it, and it's got the marzipan. I suppose it could be
a Christmas cake. Right. Oh, you're thinking of Christmas pudding, and then there's Christmas cake.
You get that. You can still buy them all year in the packs. It's like gingerbread.
Yes,
looks like gingerbread. But that's it. That's what I think in the name of it. Something remind me of the name of it.
It's Christmas cake rather than fruit pudding.
Fruit cake, just fruit cake, is it? No, fruit cake with marzipan on it. I don't know.
I know a few fruit cakes anyway.
But yeah, I get plums in that. Yeah, that's absolutely. Again, the Seville oranges, the sort of rich, thick cut marmalade. Excellent. But the toffee, the first thing I got there was toffee. Caramel, dark chocolate was coming through. That is absolutely wonderful. That's how we taste it. There must be something wrong with my nose, because I could hardly get any peat in that on the palate. Wow, that's heavy. So I'm sorry, Graham. I'm going to change that. Just something. Normally, I keep saying it. The eyes and the nose tells you where it's situated, but on the peat, it's coming. It's coming right up there.
That's a cracker.
I would say it's as peaty as the Talisker Amoroso.
Amoroso.
No, that's really nice.
That's
again, and it reaffirms what I'm saying about that Christmas cake, whatever, marzipan coming through there now, the rich marmalade, there's a dryness, a real sharpness, like hazelnuts coming through.
Nuts, or hazelnuts.
Never got that in the nose whatsoever. Got the hazelnuts coming through, toffee, dark chocolate, and I would almost like, I love my chilli chocolate. You've got a wee bit of chilli chocolate coming through there now. This wee bit of spices. Yeah, that's actually very nice.
I'm looking forward to the water.
I think.
Thank you.
That's interesting because it is a sister distillery to Benria, and they're not particularly expensive whiskies. In the Benria comes in about 40 quid or something, £45. It's expensive for a 10-year-old. I've no idea what that comes in it. And what you charging? Oh yeah, no, Jesus, it's expensive for that one. Save that for me. If you come to the market, don't buy this one. Leave it for me. But no, absolutely wonderful. On the nose with the.
Somebody ain't getting any to take home then, are they, Smarty Pants?
Again, the nose is not disappointing, but nice and smooth. Coming there, the orange is the first thing that hits my mouth. Whereas before it was the caramel and the toffee. A wee bit toffee coming through now, caramel, but I can't get the Boneville chocolate that was there before. It sweetens it, absolutely. Real caramel now. It's almost like a Cadbury's caramel. We're allowed to advertise.
Cadbury's.
So Galaxy salted
thick as a brick and chocolate.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a smoothness and there's a sweetness to that on the nose.
It's very pleasant. It's
perfect. That's again getting the hazelnut, the spices coming through now. Nutmeg. Toffee, caramel, chili chocolate. I mean, it's so much like that. That spices, chili flakes with chili chocolate coming through it. That's my cup of tea. There is a sweetness coming through now. I'm getting the toffee, the caramel, millionaire's shot red coming through. Great. I mean, it's not as peaty as I thought. With the water, just takes that smokiness out of it. But without the water, it was quite intense for him, I thought. And it took a while to sweeten down. But with the water, I mean, that's a really.
It's a cracker, I think.
Not as good as an 18-year-old, the sherry matured, but it's purely sherry matured.
Right.
But that's as good as I think it was Cascade we used last.
Cascade, that was a pleasant.
That was really nice. That's up there with. So, Director's Dram next week, Glendronach. Peter, what was it? He's taking your bottle away.
Because he's not getting any for being cheeky. £3.95 a nip here at the Merkel.
What's it called?
So the traditional Pete. Traditional Pete. Shifty there, guys. It's only you can get a double for £5.50, so you can't go wrong with that.
£3.95. That's what £4.8. Yeah. It's beautiful. Absolutely. If you like me, like the sherry matured, a wee bit smoke, wee bit peat. It's top dog. I enjoyed that.
If you behaved, I'll let him try a wee bit of the spoon habit because that's an absolute stonker as well.
We're not having pork there?
Yeah, you know I can't.
It's got double smoke or two smokes or
two smoky
or something. It's two as in number two.
Like, I'm glad you cleared that.
I had to stop on the way there.
Well, that was good. Excellent, Tatty Peel. Excellent. Guys, remember, get your orders in quick for us. You can get this one for an extra $5.50 for a double. So you're stealing it from us. But we want you to...
I'm still getting the sweetness of that.
It's a nice one.
The chili chocolate is just great, yeah.
Now, what have we got on for next week? Does he know? He doesn't know, so that's okay. Maybe we'll not tell you.
Purely because the printer for your tasting notes is away on holiday this week, and I had to do them last week for the printer, and I can't remember. So I'm sorry, folks, I can't remember. But we'll find out, because you'll get the wee promotion, you'll get to know on Sunday, Monday. But trust me, they're all great biscuits. We don't have a bad biscuit here.
Glencadam, 15-year-old.
Glencadam?
Yeah. Tamnavulin Sherry Cas.
Oh, right. It's coming back now.
And Kukuman Snake, or whatever it is. I can't even.
Snake, that's it.
So,
yeah.
So just before we finish, remember, spread the good word. 22nd of August, we want your friends on board. And 4th of September, we're going to do something massive. It will come apparent soon in due course. Thank you for joining us this week. Thank you, TP. Thank you, Gregor. And what we're going to say? Slange.